Thanks for tuning in to Let's Discuss It. Now, what's on my mind today, what I'm going to discuss is basically something that I'm seeing on a daily basis right now. Like, based on the reaction that I'm getting from people, based on, like communicating with others, individuals, things of that nature, I can clearly see that it's something going on in the atmosphere of the people. So with that being said, you said it right, I'm going to talk about how is a man defined in this world. I'm going to read a definition from Webster's Dictionary. What is man defined as? Well, according to Webster's Dictionary, a man is defined as a human being. Another, the human race, mankind. And I'll read one more. The male and human being, especially an adult male or an adult male person, if I was speaking verbatim. Now, when we dig into what a man is and you see the word male, then you got to ask, what exactly is a male? So according to dictionary.com, because the Webster's, this one is just a little cheap version, the dollar. You pay for what you get. You get what you pay for. So dictionary.com, male is defined as a person bearing X and Y chromosomes, pair in the cell, nuclei, and normally having a penis, scrotum, and testicles, and developing hair on the face at adolescence, a boy or man. And I read another one. I'm going to read two more definitions. An organism of the sex or sexual phase that normally produces a sperm cell or male gamete. And I'll read one last one. Pertaining to or characteristics of a male person, masculine. Oh, you got a new word right there, masculine. So just keep on opening doorways for more and more information that you might, or that you need to know or understand. So let's look at what masculine is. Masculine comes from masculinity. So it's just basically the quality or contribution of being masculine. According to dictionary.com, masculine is defined as pertaining to or characteristics of a man or men. Another, having qualities traditionally ascribed to men as strength and boldness. And I'll just state one more. The masculine gender. Now, we have a clear understanding of what a man is on different levels. Now, when you look at masculine is basically the energy, because you have masculine energy and you have feminine energy. masculinity, femininity. But we're going to talk about what a man is in this world, because we know that there are different types of men. Because like it stated, a male can be a boy or a man. And just because you have a penis don't make you a man, because guess what? All males have a penis. Everybody's scrotum sac might not drop, but guess what? If you have the features, then you are a male. Now, when we talk about masculine, it's really just a form of energy. So it's like a description. So therefore, it will take you from the different types of men that you can choose to either deal with or not. The choice is always up to you. Now, you have a beta male and you have alpha males. What is the difference in a beta and a alpha male? A beta male will be more considered as they hold feminine traits. Now, an alpha male will hold more masculine traits. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty and find out what exactly is a beta male and an alpha male, because based on what my eyes can see and what my ears can hear, all I see is a bunch of nonsense coming from people's mouths. And I'm not the type to judge anyone, so don't take it the wrong way. So what we have to do is correct any type of error that is being pushed around. Pretty much if you're a beta, you're just an immature man or male. If you are an alpha, you are pretty much a mature male. Now, what separates the two is your viewpoint of life, which includes your finances, your love, sex, women, how do you handle things, how do you control yourself, like how do you conduct yourself, where do you place your values, or how do you prioritize your life or your values of life. Now, what you hold valuable, I really can't say, because we are all different. We all have a different meaning of living. So first, a beta male holds passive and or aggressive energy. An alpha male is more calm and stable, the energy-wise. Passive and aggressive, this is how it works. You're very readable. You may, if you're a beta male, you may come across more, this is how we can put this, more situations than others. Such as, you can go outside, you might be thinking you minding your own business, but in reality, you are not minding your business. Because why? Because you have a force working against you every time you step outside them doors or every time you're around somebody. Because it's the energy that is given that will be given back. So if you're walking around here and you just, everything passive with you, people coming by and you just, everything gets to you. It's just passing through you. Everything just passing through you. You ain't solid. You fragile. Or if you aggressive, overly aggressive, and you just get upset about everything is a problem. Anybody that say anything to you, it's a major problem. You ready to fight. You ready to go kill. You ready to do this, you ready to do that. You're not thinking with logic. It's the type of energy that you hold. It is very unstable. Now, if you are an alpha male, you have more sense of the direction of the energy that you are producing or pushing out or giving out. Basically, if you're an alpha male, you understand yourself better. You see things for what it is. You understand that everything doesn't need a reaction, and you can see things in a more logical way. Lack of emotions. We all know what lack of emotions really is, so hey, lack of emotions is basically this. You are emotionally unintelligent. When you see things, you don't see things for what they really are or what they truly are. You don't think to listen before you speak, or you don't think to think before you speak. Alpha males, emotional masters. To be emotionally mastered, or to be an emotional master, but to be an emotional master, forgive me for that, you would have to have a true understanding of yourself before anybody else. So alpha men or alpha males, they understand how emotions truly work. So it's all about maturing yourself. You can be immature, you can be mature. But actions always show when the situation is given. Because hey, let's be honest. A lot of people can say this, a lot of people can say that, but when it's time, you see the true colors of the person. Beta males, another trait, low status behavior. Meaning this, you so easily distracted. Just distracted. You see a fat ass, you just going for it. You see something on TV that don't even make sense. You just tuned into it. Like, it just, you're vibrating on a lower level if you have an understanding of a vibration. If you don't have an understanding of what a vibration is, basically, you are in tune with things that hold no value to life. An alpha male, mature masculine powers. Meaning, having an understanding with yourself and you living with the purpose that is given to you. You understand, like I stated earlier, you understand that everything doesn't need a reaction. Understanding can give you a lot of things that you need to know, man. Or understanding can be a great tool for you to use. Because if you are a masculine person and you are mature with it, then you will behave as an adult and not as a child. You will not do childlike behaviors. Attention seekers. You gotta act out when you don't have your way. You gotta act out when a person say this about you, but it can be behind your back or in your face. You gotta act out. You just feel the need to prove something. Another trait, self-absorbed, that applies to the beta male. Self-absorption is pretty much, everything got to be about you. Like nothing, like nobody else matters. I like a little bit of kid, man. When kids get an attitude, when children get an attitude, a lot of times And if you notice how some children, they don't have their way, as temper tantrums. They want to close you off and not communicate with you about nothing. Small things like that. Self-absorption. I mean, because the main reason is because they want the attention on themselves and they want to feel important. Now, according to, another trait for an alpha male would be this: self-aware, which is something different from self-absorption. Self-aware just basically means this: you are aware of what you can cause or what you can bring. You are aware of the skills that you possess. You are aware of the way the world views you. You are aware of who you are to a certain degree. Or you are aware of the things that you see that rotates around you. Self-awareness. Because you have to know yourself before anybody else. You have to know yourself before you have an understanding of certain things. Because guess what? You got to be real with yourself before anybody else. Another trait for beta males is ego-motivated actions. Meaning, they have to feel extraordinarily important. Not just a little bit. In their minds, they are extraordinarily important. I see how like a lot of guys treat, women, and I'm definitely not the one to pick sides, because right is right and wrong is wrong. But I'm just gonna speak on this without a saying, to give you a good example. Now you have men that get in relationships with a woman. Now, some men, they are so egotistical that they feel like they know more than the woman knows. Yes, that's nonsense, because guess what? Although she is a woman, she still is a person. Man or woman, child or whatever. You can't never discredit a woman for just being a woman. And I'm just being honest with you, because all women are not retarded. Just like all men are not retarded. It go both ways. Because you have, I'm only speaking about the man. About the man. That's it. Because we all know that it's an issue, it's an underlying issue with both. Now, an alpha male trait will be love motivated. Meaning, it's about more than himself. It's about the love that is given to be received. Like when you look past yourself, you see things different. Another trait will be self-mastery. That's for the alpha male. Self-mastery for the alpha male. Now, self-mastery is this: transcending to be the best man that you can be. So when you're looking at self-mastery, is whether you want to take your skill to the next level, whether or not you want to take your work to another level, your talents to the next level. It's all about being the best version of yourself. Trait of a beta male would be this: self-pity. Meaning, they don't want to take responsibilities for their own actions. So guess what they do? They do things like complain about everything they can fix in actuality. Another trait of a beta male is selfish. Beta males are selfish, man. Even with, the energy, with the, with their own things. Like, it's just all about them, basically. But it's all about them. It's all about them. But it's all on how they do it, which makes it a better version of it. An alpha male trait would be self-fulfilled, meaning whether or not you want to, if it's a need, you're going to do it. Why are you going to do it? Because it's a fulfillment to your life. And the life that you live is just really about more than yourself. It's about the people that are involved with it as well. So self-fulfillment will bring fulfillment to your purpose, and guess what? The fulfillment will give it to others. Another trait for a beta male, they defend excuses, meaning this. They look for the excuse, they live with it, they accept it. And that's what they're going to stick with, like a lie. Now, the trait of an alpha male, eliminating excuses, meaning this. An excuse is only a waste of your words. You don't make them, you don't have them. It is what it is. If something was to go wrong, find a solution, not the excuse. Now, another trait of a beta male is this. It's compulsive winners. Now, I'm going to give you a definition of what compulsive is, because some people might not know exactly what it means. And I'm just the type of person that's going to give you the exact, so you can have the complete understanding. That's it. Now, according to dictionary.com, compulsive is compelling, compulsory. Another, pertaining to, characterized by, or involving compulsion. Now, we're gonna dig deeper into the word compulse. So, now, I'll read one more. Compulse comes from compelling. Compelling is tending to, according to dictionary.com, compelling is tending to compel, as to force or push toward a course of action, overpowering. Meaning this, you would do anything to win. You're just so hard up on it. You'll do anything to win, whether you got to lie, cheat, steal, whatever the case may be. No integrity. Now, an alpha male trait would be a consistent winner, meaning that you don't have to force it. You see it, you envision it, you manifest it, and you go with it. Therefore, you are a consistent winner. Nothing can make you feel different about yourself. Another trait for a beta male is they regress under stress. Another word I want to break down for you. What is regress? What is it? What is it? Regress, because it's the opposite of progress. To move backwards or back. So when you feel all of that pressure, when your whole world crashing up on you, when your whole world crashed upon you, how do you react? Do you still go ahead and keep the vision, or do you lose the vision and skip out on the mission? Because, like it just stated, if you're looking for an excuse, then guess what? You ain't gonna do. Now, a trait for an alpha male would be this: expanding under stress. Meaning this: stress is only stress, so therefore it's just a distraction. So as the distraction comes, then I must continue to do what I have to do, to grow, to learn, earn. Now, another trait for a beta male, they compete with women. Meaning this: in a relationship, you may be with a guy or you may be with a girl, whatever the case may be, because, depending on your position, is going to determine how the viewpoint of the story is. Now, if you are a beta male and you compete with the woman that you are with, or it don't have to be a relationship, it can be a workplace, anything, and you're competing with a woman, that's a lot in itself already, man. Because check this out. Now, if you hold on yourself to be a man, you hold a masculinity, why would you even put yourself on the same level as a femininity? There is no way that you can see that for yourself if you are a true man to yourself. Especially with a woman, man. Come on, especially with a woman. Especially with a woman. Because you have people in relationships, they compete with their girlfriend or their wife on a regular, man. They worried about, oh, she doing better than me. Or, it's just crazy shit. Or, you worried about her status. You worried about her progress versus your own progress. These are the things that a beta male would do for you. It's just, man, it's I don't judge people, so don't get it twisted. I'm just give you information. So it's basically like this: when a man is always trying to dictate your moves for you to fail, that's a beta male you're dealing with. Now, the trait of an alpha male is this: they cooperate with women, whether it's any level. You working over the workplace, relationship, whatever the case may be. Because why? It's a woman. Need I say more? Another trait for a beta male would be this: he views a woman as a possession. Meaning this: a beta male may never treat you with the respect that you deserve, even if you are a respectful woman. Things such as this: all the drama that you have to deal with, like, the low level attitudes, it's only sex driven only with you. Things of that nature. Like, you don't have a real say so. Because a lot of times, hey, just because you're a woman don't make you not a human being. So you still a human being, meaning that you can make progress just like he can make progress. So he's not going to view you as a woman. He's going to view you as a equal, completely as an equal. Now, the trait for a alpha male, he views the woman as a partner. Meaning this. Like I say, you can do this on workplace, relate all levels, whatever you want to put it on. If you look at a woman as a partner, you looking at her for her values that she holds for herself. You looking to see if this woman is worth your time for your purpose. Because if you're looking for the value in a woman, that means that you're looking at life as the purpose that you are living. Because if you're living with no purpose, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're just going to be chasing pussy, smoking dope all day long, gossiping. Things like this. You worried about what the next man or woman is doing. Those are the things that you will be doing if you living without a purpose. Most people that just work a 9 to 5, let's be honest, the mentality is different. Not knocking nobody, with the 9 to 5. I'm just speaking on because there's nothing wrong with it. Because just because you have a 9 to 5 don't mean you don't have a purpose. But it's just that based on my experience, everybody's life experience is different. But I'm gonna break that down in another episode as well. So don't worry. Cause like I said, I'm non-judgmental. I don't care what people do in actuality, man. I just feel the need to get the information up because I have to deal with this. Now, another trait for a beta male is when it comes to marriage, they are only marrying to meet their needs. So meaning this, you are not going to marry a man who is going to take full control or full responsibility of himself. Because why? Because this man might need a place to stay for real. This man may need financial assistance. This man may just only want to have pleasure with a woman. So these are the different things that a man will marry you for. Sex, financial help, a roof over his head, a car to drive. These are the simplest things in the world that a man will marry a woman for. Outrageous, right? But we all know people like this, so hey, don't judge them, let them be. But the traits of a alpha male is this. In a marriage, they are looking to share values with the woman. Because check this out. When you are joining to be together as one, because, based on what a marriage is, you come together and you forming a unity, taking two and making it one. So therefore, if I'm taking myself and another woman and I'm going to bring a unison, doesn't it make sense for a man to find a woman that can fulfill the values that he finds in himself or for his purpose? Makes sense to me. Can't speak for everybody else. Another trait for a beta male is sex is validation. Hey. I see it every day. Even when I was young, I used to see it every day. When a man is only seeking to put his penis inside you, when he trying to put his dick in you, trying to bust that nut. That's what it's all about, busting a nut, nothing else. Now, the minute he have sex with you, that's his confirmation of being a man, basically. Now check this out. Now, an alpha male, sex is communication. How is sex communication? Because sex is something that is done in a certain manner. Talk about that another time. But understand the difference. Another trait of a beta male, unwilling to listen. So quick to talk, so quick to cut you off. They ain't even hearing nothing you saying. They acting like they're listening, but the whole time they ain't listening, you know? Everything you got to say, they try to cut you off as soon as possible because 9 times out of 10, they might be intimidated by you. Depending on the person they're dealing with. They might be intimidated by you. And if you're a woman, they damn sure ain't trying to listen to a motherfucking thing you got to say in most cases. And then, you know, you have some beta males, man, hey, the woman just run over him. So what do you say about that? Because he ain't listening, man. He ain't listening. So therefore, she has to take control of that man. So, hey, a trait for a alpha male is he is willing to listen. He is willing to listen and to learn. Because when you listen, you're comprehending. And if you're comprehending, you're learning. And if you're learning, you said it right, you're earning. You know, it's a difference. When you're dealing with a beta male, the life he lives is fear-driven. And fear isn't always of something harmful or something fatal. Fear can be of anything. Fear can be of, it could be fear of success, fear of failure. You know, you might be scared somebody might say something about you. You may be afraid that something may not work out. The same thing as failure, you know. Anything can be, you know, any type of, you can be fearful of anything. Now, the traits of an alpha male is this. Life is love-based. Check this, man. If it's love-based, then guess what? I'm looking for the good in all of my situations. This goddammit can get caught on fire today. Guess what the alpha male is gonna do? He's not gonna waste his time and sit and ponder on the whys. He's gonna make actions on a solution. Another trait of a beta male is this. I'm almost finished. Every man for self. When I say man, it's including women too. Every man for self. We all know what that means. Man, that's like, you don't matter when it comes to this, man. Hey, it's all about me. Like, whether it's in a good way or whether it's in a bad way. You know, it's all about you. It's low emotional behavior, man. Put it like that. The trait of an alpha male, together we win. We win as a team. Because an alpha male sees that his purpose is more fulfilling for himself as well as others. Another trait of a beta male, plays victim to this life. Oh, man. Complaining, man. You ain't ever at the point in your life where you can say, you know what? I was in the wrong. There's always a complaint. There's always a story, a sad story at that. Then, a lot of times, people listen to it, they fall for it. Hey, that's on you. Pay attention. An alpha male trait would be this. Sees himself as a student to this life. Meaning, every day is a day to learn. Because if you are a student, guess what students do? They learning. The student is not a teacher. The student is learning. So therefore, if I consider myself a student, that means I came to learn through trial and errors or any way that is given to me. Like when you're in school, you have a pop quiz. A pop quiz just pop up on you. You don't know when it's going to happen. You just got to always be ready. So guess what? When you're a student, you do a pop quiz, they're just trying to see what you were paying attention to. So when it comes time to ask you a question, can you answer the question in a mannerable way, in a mannerable amount of time? Another trait that I will say is this. For the beta male, they live a meaningless life. Meaningless life. Which, like I stated earlier, gossiping, chasing pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna just say, I ain't gonna say chasing pussy because, everybody have their own thing they like. I ain't forget what it is. I ain't forget. They chasing sex. They chasing a nut, rather. They chasing a nut, all right? It's like the way they display themselves is always in a low manner. An alpha male lives a meaningful life. Meaning, his life has a purpose. So therefore, the viewpoint is going to be different from a beta male. If you want to know the difference between who is who, guess what? You have to simply pay attention. You may not always be able to call what the beta and what the alpha is due to the information that is being pushed out. You have a thing called learned behavior. Pay attention to that. You also have this thing called, people just want to get what they want to get. Lies. Deceit. Pay attention. Actions do show. Words do expose. And one last message for the whole purpose of breaking this down for this. I see a lot of men and women complaining about each other. And they just put this world in a different state, mentally and spiritually. For some of us, not everybody, but some. So, with that being said, not one time do it state anything about a race, about a color, or anything. Now, when you put color into the picture or the equation, it makes a difference. Because now you're dealing with the blacks, whites, Hispanics, and everything else. But like I always say, stay true to you, fuck a hater, always love. Peace. And we do take donations. Cash App,